Alright guys, it's Totino's Overdose here, with the Crash 1 final episode of Crash Bandicoot Sane Trilogy. We've beaten all of Cortex's henchmen, we've trashed his base of operations, we've collected all of the gems. But before we go deliver some karmic payback, there's still one last thing for us to do. Now, in the original game, there was one level that was removed from the game for being too hard. Yes, you heard that right. Even by the standards of this game, which absolutely does not screw around, there was one level that was simply too hard. And also it was full of glitches, which is also why it had to be removed, but that's besides the point. However, it still remained unused in the original game's files, and now as DLC for the PS4 version, and built in already with all the other console versions of the game, of Sane Trilogy, the level has now been brought back in the form, as I said, the level's now fully playable without any Game Shark codes. And now, it is finally time to see if I really am as gamer as I think I am. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Stormy Ascent! Good luck! You're gonna need it! Right. So, as you might see, this level is the harder version of Slippery Climb. No, it's not merely the harder version of Slippery Climb. This is Slippery Climb on steroids. It's got all the same tricky obstacles that we remember from that level. We got bearded hobos, retracting stairs, more spikes than you'd see on a thing that has a lot of spikes, Ferris wheel platforms, beaker throwing lab assistants, and vultures you must jump across. Everything comes together to deliver the ultimate challenge. That and the seesaw platforms from the Lost City. Those weren't even in Slippery Climb. Right. But fortunately this isn't a colored gem challenge. So we can die as many times as we have lives for. Man, could you imagine if they added a 7th colored gem for this? That would suck. Alright. And there's our first death of this level. And it certainly won't be the only one. Heh. But hey, at least we made it to the first checkpoint before we died. That's a good thing in any level other than a colored gem level. And there I died again. Just let's see how big of a body count shall this level rake up. Oh no, we died a lot of times in the lab, so... Oh, okay. Okay, do not jump too early. That is a valuable life lesson. Not just for this game, but IRL. Aye. Get out of here. Aye. Whoop. Yeah, but at least since this isn't a colored gem challenge, I can take a lot of these jumps more freely than I could in Slippery Climb. And hey, that means there's still time for me to explain my fun facts that I have written up on this list I have here. And one of them is that Universal wanted to rename Crash Bandicoot. They were thinking of the names Wesley the Wombat and Ozzy the Oddsoul. But Naughty Dog did not like those names. And they threatened to cease production if they had to pick those names rather than Crash Bandicoot. Oh, and hey look, I just skipped the... Did I just miss any crates? Well, fine. Let's be sure we don't miss any crates. Yeah, Naughty Dog insisted on keeping the name Crash Bandicoot. Which I gotta say, Wesley the Wombat and Ozzy the Oddsoul aren't really any better than Willy the Wombat, which was a code name for the original game. A code name for the character as well, as they originally wanted to make him a wombat instead of a bandicoot. Aye, okay. Stairs down, stairs up. Alright, let's get a few extra wombats. We're probably gonna need them. Alright. Oh no. Oh no. Hey. Alright. Now let's see if we can just make it through this. Aye. That platform comes out. The platform come out. Does Crash Bandicoot is gay. Aye, anyway, there's our last Brio token. And this will take us to a Brio bonus round. Yeah, gameplay and story segregation. Even though we have already defeated Brio, he still shows up to host a bonus round. Also a fun fact, this is some brand new, all original level design you're seeing right here. In the original game, the bonus round for this level was never implemented. So Vicarious had to step in and finish the job themselves. Yep. So they created their own all-new original Rio bonus round just for this level. We gotta jump off these bouncy steel crates and jump right to our death. Another one for the count. Alright. But hey, at least dying in bonus rounds doesn't take up any lives. Alright. We're gonna ignore that for now. We'll set off this TNT. And boom. Alright. I'm gonna jump off this onto these TNTs. And then we die. Okay. Okay, well, this isn't that bad. I've got this. I've done this before. This is not my first time doing this, so I have already proven myself that I am capable of doing this. Beep, 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 boom. We'll use this. We'll bounce up here. We'll bounce our way over here. And then down from there. That's all the crates we have here. And there he is one last time. We caught you! Ah, he got away. Well, that's the last we'll see of him. For now, at least. Back to the level. We've got some more vulture jumps, and more Ferris wheels, and more spikes. And most certainly, more deaths. Ooh. Here we gotta jump on a platform when the lab assistant is not throwing his beakers. Okay. Alright. Here they'll start mixing these Ferris wheels together. And here, we've got more retracting platforms that we just gotta make careful jumps over. More retracting stairs. Alright, whoop-la. And even more precisely timed jumps. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to do it all without any deaths. Ha! Well, part of the reason this level was cut from the original was for its difficulty. But there is, in fact, a good reason why this level was made so hard. Making it an already hard... Why this level is an already hard level, but on steroids. And that is, in the original game, this was originally intended to serve as the game's final level. Yep, this would have been after the lab. So its placement on the world map here in Sane Trilogy roughly matches the position where it would have been on the world map in the original game had it made it into the final product. Well, here. And this level certainly fights back like a final level should. Alright. Yeah. Oh no! Ah. Well, it certainly does. Hey, but we haven't seen any pity Aquakus yet. I'm probably gonna jinx that now, aren't I? Get out of here! Yeah, so the fact that we are playing it now, right before we take on the final boss, it's fitting of the original purpose that this level was intended to serve. Aye. So while Slippery Climb was Crash making his way to the castle, this is Crash making his way out of the castle to the blimp where Cortex is hiding. Yeah, so Cortex is putting up his last line of defense here. His final frontier. His last attempt to get that Bandicoot. But we're not gonna let that happen. Stairs down, stairs up. Here, whoop-la! Yeah, whoop-la! Whoop. Oh no! blah. Alright. Watch out for this asshole throwing bottles at a Ferris wheel. Yeah, I don't want I don't want none of you hooligans tossing bottles at Ferris wheels in my theme park. I should play Roller Coaster Tycoon one day. I should try building my own Mr. Bones Wild Ride. Ah! Alright, well, there's our Pitiakwaku. I knew we couldn't get through this level without one of those. I knew I am not that gamer. Yeah, if you think you're tough, this level will be the test to see if you really are as gamer as you think. Another fun fact that I could bring up right here. In the original game, there was an unused POW crate. A little different from the POW block that appears in Mario games. The POW crate was essentially a harmless TNT. Hey, look, there's our checkpoint. It was essentially a TNT that doesn't kill you. Alright. It makes a confetti explosion instead, which would take out crates and enemies. Yeah. Alright. But here we are, at the final stretch. Alright. Gonna make a precise jump here. No. Alright. We're almost there, guys. We're almost... Okay, why did I do that? Alright. Alright. I can do this. I have done this before. So there is no reason I would not be able to do it this time. Alright. Out, in. Whoopla! Whoop! Yeah! Alright. Here we've got some more moving Ferris wheels. Whoa! Yeah! And finally, we have this jump over some moving vultures. Whoopla! Whoopla! Boom! And there's our last few crates. Boom! And there's our gem, and there's our exit. And boom. Ba-da-ba! 101% completely erect. So, with that, we have now collected 27 out of 26 gems. And we have now 101%ed this game. However, we've yet to reach 103%. As you can see on this earlier save file I have. And yeah, this is the save screen, in case you haven't seen it yet. Here's one of my earlier save files. Now, here's a fun fact. If you want the full completion, you have to do Stormy Ascent before you take on Cortex. Otherwise, you'll be restricted to 102%. And you won't be able to get that one last extra percentage out of it. I don't know why that is, but that just is the case. So that's why I decided to do this first. And there's also the fact that, yep, we made this level serve its original purpose. But anyway, with all that out of the way, now, ladies and gentlemen, the time has finally come. It is time we finally take on the main villain himself. The big boss, the head honcho. Crash Bandicoot's own creature. It is time we finally take on Dr. Neo Cortex. Certain energy bolts can be deflected back at him.
Darn you, Crash Bandicoot!
Alright, so there he is. And we've already got a death.
Darn you, Crash Bandicoot!
Yeah, he's gonna say that every time we start this fight. So he's gonna shoot some purple energy blasts and some green energy blasts. Green is a color that stands for good things. So the green blasts are those you can deflect right back at him with a spin. But sometimes you'll have to combine the greens in order to get him. He'll then make the purples travel across the ground to serve as obstacles. Like this. Right. It's gonna fire a green. And another one. Boom. We combine the greens together. Oh no. Yeah. Aye. And it should be one more green that we need. Boom. And now at the end, he's just gonna fire one last green and we're good. Boom! And with that, we have finally done it. Alright, and time to watch the credits. That was the end of this LP. I hope you all enjoyed it. Well, nah, nobody cares about the credits. This was not the end of this LP. After all, we still have 2 whole other games to go through. But before that, let's finish this off with one last thing. The Great Hall. So, this simply serves as a check to see if you've gotten all the gems. So here, you have white gem platforms for all the gems you've collected. You'll have to collect them all in order to make all the white gem platforms appear and create the path towards whatever that might be. So, let's see our reward. Alright, Papu sold the ruins of Castle Cortex to a resort developer. He then used the proceeds to open a big and tall shop on the island. After intense therapy and 8 years of higher education, Dr. Wu went on to write the well-received book Through the Eye of the Vortex, a study of rapid evolution and its consequences. Koala Kong moved to Hollywood and landed a motion picture deal of universal proportions. Currently, he's working with a speech therapist to improve his diction. Pinstripe moved to Chicago, where he now owns and operates a citywide sanitation company. He's saving money for his upcoming gubernatorial campaign. After the disappearance of his mentor, Dr. Nitrous Brio rediscovered his first love, tending bar.
The world has heard nothing more of Cortex since Crash foiled his plans. But evil geniuses are harder to squash than cockroaches.
Well, and with that, yeah, as a reward for getting all the gems, you get a secret ending where Crash and Tawna make their escape, riding on one of those vultures from Slippery Climb. And you get a little ending text which explains where they are now. So yeah. But anyway, now that we are done with everything there is in Crash 1, let us make our save file. Here in the save screen. And boom! 103%! There is our Crash 1 save file for this LP. Yeah, so with that, ladies and gentlemen, Crash 1 is done. Let's see those Crash 1 death totals. Yeah, so anyway, now that we are done with Crash Bandicoot 1, you know what that means. Next time, it's time we begin Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. Yeah, so Crash 1 is done, but there are still 2 other games for us to go through. And next time, we'll start the sequel to the original and see how it improved on a lot of things. We'll see everything new that the second game brings to the table. And we'll see if Crash 2 will rake in even more deaths. Yeah, but that'll all be for the next episode. So until then, that'll be it for this episode. And I'll see you guys back at the next one.